This is from the south. My name is Regan Devines. We start in Puerto Rico, where pro-independence groups say the island's fifth plebiscite on Sunday was a failure. Only 22% of the electorate took part in the vote on whether they wanted to become an independent country, the 51st U.S. state, or remain a U.S. territory. A total of 476,635 voters out of the 2.8 million eligible voters chose statehood. The pro-independence groups had called for a boycott. Critics also pointed out that the U.S. Congress and Department of Justice did not support the plebiscite. This Monday is the deadline for the delivery of signatures supporting candidates for Venezuela's Constituent Assembly. The deadline was extended last week as many hopefuls rushed to gather the signatures they need. The submissions will now be evaluated by the National Electoral Council. The government believes the Assembly can help restore peace and improve Venezuela's economy. Frenzel Hernandez of La Gaida told us why he had enrolled in the process.
Because I have a lot of experience. Anyway, we don't know how things will go, but we're certain how we don't want things to go. We've been in this fight for a long time and we know what we need to avoid. So we're going to build this in a way that we can correct the errors of the past and deepen this revolution.
Meanwhile, President Nicolas Maduro says he plans on writing to Pope Francis to express his concern over the Venezuelan opposition's use of children in violent protests. Since the start of April, at least 6 people under the age of 18 have been killed during anti-government demonstrations.
Por eso le estoy pidiendo en una carta mañana oficial al Papa Francisco que sirva de intermediario para que la oposición venezolana deje de utilizar niños y niñas en actos violentos en grupos terroristas.
Thousands of Brazilian women demonstrated in Sao Paulo to demand the resignation of unelected President Michel Temer. The women called for direct elections and greater representation of women in national politics. The protest was called Women for Rights. Female workers, students, and feminist organizations, among others, took part. The British Prime Minister Theresa May has been forced to delay what is known as the Queen's Speech as she continues talks with Ulster Unionists to try to secure a majority. In the Queen's Speech, the new government presents its programme for approval by Parliament. But May still hasn't finalised an agreement with the Democratic Unionist Party. Both the opposition parties and some in her own Conservative Party are worried that an agreement with one party in Northern Ireland could undermine the peace agreement there. The president of the Irish Nationalist Sinn Féin Party, Gerry Adams, says any deal between the May's minority government and the DUP would be, quote, a coalition for chaos.
But we don't believe that any deal between the DUP here and the English Tories will be good for the people here. And any deal which undercuts in any way the process here or the Good Friday and the other agreements is one which has to be opposed by progressives.
And to close, Mexico only managed to draw in Sunday's World Cup qualifier match against the United States. Both teams scored 1 goal each. The team remains at the top of its 6-team group and with 14 points from 6 games. The United States is third with 8 points from the same number of matches. There is more on these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English. For teleSUR English, I'm Regan Devines.